my thing is, how y'all be coming at the girls with bad baby daddies? Like, oh, y'all picked them, so I didn't know y'all could see in the future and see what y'all baby daddies is gonna be like. I didn't know that was a thing. Cause if that's a thing, please let me know. I didn't know that was possible to see in the future and be like, oh yeah, you're gonna be a deadbeat. Yeah, you're gonna be an asshole. I didn't know that was a thing. Like, we didn't have a preview. Now the ones that y'all baby daddies got 5, 6, 7, 8 kids with them, a whole football team with them, and y'all already seen they was deadbeats and they wasn't doing what they supposed to do. Y'all got no excuse. Y'all thought y'all was gonna be the one. Yeah, I'm the one. They're gonna be I'm the one. But the ones that is y'all first time having a kid together, we didn't have a preview. We didn't like, oh, y'all picked them. That's what you get. I don't understand that. Like, we can't see.
All right, so I get it. She's saying that they can't see into the future, so they can't anticipate whether or not a guy is going to be a good father or not. All right, so let me go ahead and help you out for a second. So it's funny to me how women give other women advice on what to look for a great man, but none of them can pick a great man. It's also funny to me that we don't anticipate getting married anymore. You like to have children out of wedlock. And so most of the time, this is the first sign, just for the people in the back. Most of the time, if he's not marrying you before you opening your legs and busting it down for a real one, chances is you're going to be a single baby mama. Chances is you're going to be a baby mama. Why would he buy the cow when he can get the milk for free? Also, on top of that, for whatever reason, your women's intuition, it just turns off when it comes to men. And this is why. It's because women drop all of their standards for the men that they like. Standards are only for men that you want to settle with or men that you'll be open to settling with. Women have no standards for the men that they like. And so, because you don't have any standards and you don't have anybody that's in your corner that will help you vet effectively, this is one of the reasons why you need strong fathers inside of your household, because you will look for the characteristics of your father that was a great man in the man that you are looking to marry, and you have him as a backup to be able to help you to determine whether or not this is the man that you're supposed to be with in the first place. But when you leave women to their own devices and they pick, it goes the same way as it does in education. They usually pick wrong. And then they will come back and try to make an excuse and say, but I got a degree, I'm educated, I'm the most enrolled, and you got the most debt. That's what you should be saying. And so most of the time, women make bad decisions. If you leave them to their own devices, they pick diversity, equity, and inclusion degrees. They'll go into underwater basket weaving. They'll even go into African American studies and then try to justify it by saying, well, I went to school for this amount of time, man, I got a doctorate, but they never knew how they was going to pay off their student loan. This is the mindset of a woman that cannot pick for herself effectively. Have you ever noticed that arranged marriages, and this is a fact, arranged marriages are much more likely to be successful than when women pick for themselves? Today, in a certain community, because it's not all communities where they have a ton of children out of wedlock, in certain communities, you are almost more than likely guaranteed, especially if you're talking to a woman over 30 years old, running into a single baby mama that decided to have children with a man that she wasn't even married to. 100% of the time. And this is how. I'm not just going to leave you out to dry, ladies. I'm not just going to hold you accountable. I'm also going to give you some actionable steps. I often say that you don't have to necessarily, hear me out, you don't have to necessarily date before you find the person that you're supposed to be with. And people often at times say, Anton, well, how am I supposed to find a person that I'm going to marry and I'm going to have children with if I can't date them? Well, that's the thing. Most women already have passed up on a man that they were supposed to marry. Either they friend zoned him or they skipped over him because they wanted to choose a person that wasn't best for them. If you choose the guy that's the drug dealer, if you choose the guy that don't have a job, if you choose the guy that like to skip around, if you choose the guy that's out here in the streets, chances are he's not really going to be that great of a father, and y'all probably not going to be able to keep y'all family together. This is why you have to vet. And vetting is observing people in your friend group, in your network, in your relationship group, without any kind of interest in them, without going into that. And this is why you have to get outside. This is why you can't go based off of a dating app. This is why you can't go off of Instagram. Instagram is supposed to be supplemental, meaning that it's a way for y'all to stay in contact before y'all decide that y'all want to exchange phone numbers. And then you can also go through their social media profile and see how they operate. You can also see who they follow. You can see how often they post, type of content, what they mentality is, what their mindset is when it comes to different people and interacting on a regular basis. If you are observing people in an organic way, basically, in your network group, you get to see how they treat their mother. You get to see whether or not they're a good person, whether they're a good father, how they operate under duress, what they do for a living. You answer all of these questions without having to ask, because when people go on dates, they basically is just trying to deflower and get through the layers so they can figure out who it is that they're really talking to. And so vetting and observing and paying attention and getting outside and participating in your friend group and your networking and aligning yourself with a group of people that's going in the direction that you're going in, you're much more likely to find a person that is supposed to marry you, and then they will absolutely 100% be in their children's lives. If you observe what it is that they were raised by, if they was raised by a single mother, chances is he may be a son husband, he may be feminine, he may even be on the down low. There's so many different characteristics. And that's not saying that every guy that was raised by a single mother is that. But what it is saying is that you need to keep your eyes peeled for the person that you opening up your legs to ultimately have a child by. And so, what I basically see women doing, on top of the fact that they're the ones that break up their household and walk away from the person that they're supposed to be with, what I see women basically doing is making excuses as to why they should not be responsible for the person that they opened up their legs to when they didn't marry. That's all it is. That's what it comes down to. They can make all the excuses in the world. I could sit here and make excuses and nobody cares. Hey, get it together, own your life, take responsibility, and figure it out. That's what they're going to tell me. I can make all the excuses in the world. They're going to tell you to hold off, figure out your life, and then make sure you get yourself together. Men don't have that option. Guess what? We still got to pay child support. And thankfully, I'm not the type of person that has ever had a child out of wedlock because I was intentional. Very much intentional. Intentional for my daughter's sake, because I brought somebody into this world that didn't have to be here. They didn't ask to be here. And so at some point, if y'all want to fix the community, you're going to have to start taking accountability for the people that you lay down with and for your life in general. It's not the man's fault. It's not the world's fault. It's not even the person's fault that you probably got into a relationship with. They was who they were. They didn't change just because y'all had a child. They more of what it was that they already was when y'all got with them. That's just the facts, at least from my perspective. Let me know what y'all think inside of the chat. Make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description. Teach Henley, 40% off your first order, 20% off for life. I love you. I appreciate you. I'm going to holler at you later. Peace.